Welcome back to some new r/malicious compliance stories, where people comply to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. I hope you had a great day. Thanks for all the likes and comments on the last video. And now let's start with the first story. It's called Streamline Processes. A few years ago I worked in logistics at a mid-sized warehouse that shipped expensive industrial equipment. We had a new manager, we'll call him Brad, who wanted to streamline processes. His big idea? No more double-checking outbound shipments. Company policy said we were supposed to verify model numbers, serials and the recipient details before shipping. But in a team meeting, Brad said, "From now on, you ship what's at the top of the pick list. No questions, no double-checking. That's the new standard." I asked for clarification. Even if the model or serial doesn't match what's in the system? Correct, just follow the list. 2 days later, I spot a $12,000 part on the pick list for a customer in Ohio, but the serial number doesn't match the order. I raised the issue, and Brad, overhearing, cuts in. "Didn't we just go over this? Ship what's on the list." So I do exactly that. I slap the wrong serial sticker on it, scan it in, and ship it out. 4 days later, everything blows up. The customer is furious. Wrong part, wrong serial. They miss a major contract deadline. Refunds are demanded. The CEO is looped in. Brad tries to throw me under the bus. He should have checked before shipping, but I had receipts. I pulled up the meeting summary email that Brad himself sent. Employees are no longer required to verify serial numbers. Ship per pick list. Guess who got written up? Not me. Guess who got demoted 2 weeks later? Brad. And guess who got praised for following procedure to the letter? Yep, me. The next story is called Raise Denied. A couple of years ago, I was working as an analyst at a large corporation. The company culture praised long overtime hours, even though most of that extra work could have been automated. I always managed my time efficiently. My manager had been flexible with me, so I was transparent. If I needed a long lunch or to leave early, I communicated it. But I also made sure my work was always done on time, with everything wrapped up before the end of the day. After a year in the role, I knew I was underpaid. I consistently received strong performance reviews and regular praise for my work, so I asked for a raise. 20%. It was the maximum increase allowed by policy, and even then, it would have only brought me up to fair market value. I was immediately rejected. The feedback? That I came in at 8, left at 5 and didn't stay late to help others. This comment came from someone I'd never even worked with. My manager was focused more on perception than results. So I adjusted. Every day at 4:30 I messaged my manager, asking if she needed help finishing out the day. I kept a Word document and logged each time. Day after day, she said no. I also tested the staying late part. I'd stay until 5:15 or 5:30 to see who else was actually working overtime. Almost no one stayed past 5:05. Eventually, she told me I didn't need to check in anymore. I said that was fine, but reminded her that I couldn't help if I didn't know what was needed. Our working relationship remained strained after that. After a few more months, I got an offer from another company. 60% higher salary. When I gave notice, my current company offered the same raise and a promotion. I declined. I took the new offer, and I've never been happier in a job. The third story is called Register Swap. I recently went back to work part-time at my old Chick-fil-A. I work face-to-face in the drive-thru. You can usually spot us by our green vests and dual money pouches. When we get a lot of cash orders, especially at night, we are supposed to do cash drops. That's because it's dangerous to carry too much money, and our pouches can only hold so much. As of Monday, our general manager told us not to call over the radio for cash drops anymore. She said it was a waste of time, and that we needed to focus on pushing cars through the drive-thru. Last night, it got very busy. I received a bunch of $100 bills. My pouch was so full I had to start folding the bills just to make them fit. Then a black Dodge Charger pulled up. Someone got out and took the money. I had at least $700 in cash on me at the time. The store owner was furious about the lost money. He asked why I hadn't done a cash drop. I told him our general manager said not to. By the next day, everything changed. A new rule was implemented. If your pouch holds more than $300, you must do a cash drop. Our GM? She was getting chewed out. And suddenly she spent the entire day asking me for my draw account. Funny how closely she pays attention after we lose money. The last story is called Yes Sir. Years ago I moved to a new city after working as a paralegal for several years. I discovered that legal secretaries made more money due to overtime eligibility, despite similar responsibilities. So I took a job as a legal secretary. I worked for 2 attorneys. Attorney L was experienced, respectful and treated me like a paralegal. Attorney B was fresh out of law school, newly licensed, and carried a big "I'm the lawyer" attitude. One day, a named partner, known for being extremely strict, assigned Attorney B to draft important legal documents. Instead of asking me to prepare them, B dictated them word for word. As I typed them up, I noticed a major issue. He'd structured the documents in a way that would make them legally unenforceable. I went to his office and said, "Hey, I noticed something in this draft. If we do it this way, the document won't be valid. You need to change it to this." His response? "I know what I'm doing. Just do it how I told you." No problem. I typed it exactly as he dictated. When I handed it over, I reminded him of our earlier conversation. He nodded and walked straight into the partner's office. Less than 30 minutes later, the partner was yelling from B's doorway, "You can't do that. This makes the entire document worthless." From my desk, I just quietly kept working while B got a full lecture. The partner ended his rant by telling B to redo the entire document, exactly the way I had originally suggested. Unfortunately, B never learned from that. He only lasted a year and never stopped treating me like just a secretary. Meanwhile, I eventually left that firm, moved into corporate and advanced in my career. I stayed in touch with that partner for years. He even referred business to my company. Thanks for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. Also, if you want to support me further, check out the channel membership or Patreon. And now, I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.